Hello there, YouTube. This is Mike, your friendly computer guy. What I'm going to do here is I've been curious about the actual performance of this guy, the Kingston SSD V300, 120 gig SSD. Alright, so everyone's familiar with this, with Kingston and following the SSD scene. You guys may know that Kingston kind of pissed off a lot of people by changing from synchronous Nand to asynchronous Nand, which actually makes these drives, I don't know, anywhere from 2 to 3 times slower than the original one. But Kingston had a good reputation, and so I used to give them a shot. Now, the very first one I bought was actually pretty quick, and I put it in a friend's laptop. It booted up quickly. It was excellent, actually. I was getting anywhere from between 329 meg read and about 250 write. It was performing pretty well, so I thought it was a good buy. I used to pick those up for about 69 bucks or so. So that was my go-to. Then recently I had bought, maybe after I got to my 5th one, I decided to benchmark it again and got somewhere around 170 meg read and 110 write. Horrible speeds. And so I used SSD, Crystal Disk Mark, and ATTO, and all three kind of corroborated it. And so I did some research, and that's what had happened, is they changed it over. So my deal here is to see if this guy, I picked it up this particular one for $54, $54.99 off Newegg. So I just wanted to see if it was still viable, see how fast it would load Windows, install updates, all that good stuff. Alright, and then of course there's my favorite, my Samsung. You'll see that I marked it Ultra SSD because I actually use it as an external USB 3 drive. So I'll be using that and comparing the speeds as well. And then there's this guy here, the Silicon Power. Now the Silicon Power is, I guess everybody and their grandpa is making SSDs these days. I've never seen a Silicon Power SSD. But at $52.99 off the good old Newegg, 120 gig, I decided to pick one of these up for comparison as well. So what I'll be doing is installing these three in my AMD FX 8350 system with 16 gig RAM. I'll install Windows 7, Windows 8, run the updates, see how fast that takes place, run some benchmarks, and see what we have. I just really want to see if this guy is still worth it, because asynchronous, I know that we all love seeing those. The Samsung would do about 500 meg read and about 300 write. It's a really good drive, but it's really the random access times that are important for opening programs, booting Windows fast, all that good stuff. So this is it. So I'm going to be reviewing these three. I'll probably update this maybe in a week after I've done all my testing. And if you guys have any other tests or anything that you'd like to see or any other questions, just let me know. But that's it. That's all I got for you. Have a good weekend. Later, guys.